I am short NVIDIA. Do not short NVIDIA along with me. It is very risky. I am down a lot of money. I'm okay with it. I am down a lot of money. I'm okay with it. I am down a lot of money. I'm going to tell you something. I've started a position in 3M stock.
Wait for it. That's how we do it. I don't know why they thought old man knows how to dab. That's just...
That's hilarious. That is beautiful.
You know how to dab too. I want to see a dab. Let's see a dab, Bacon. There you go. You're like,
yeah. It's funny. Like I can't remember what it was, but like there's always those like drunk people like back when it was popular, where like they just like
yeah, until they fall over.
Yeah,
or they
just...
punch themselves in the face. Yeah,
we've
all been there.
Yeah.
Oh. I screwed around. I tried to get I went to Best Buy and I tried to get one of those desk mounted monitor mounts.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking thing almost tipped over and broke all my monitors.
Oof.
I attached it as tight as I could. And I don't know. It just started tipping over. I barely caught it. It could have broke both of my monitors, but I guess it couldn't. They can't handle the weight of the monitors, I guess.
It's all good. It's all good.
So,
I'm rocking a headset because...
So a lot of people, we appreciate you listening tomorrow because Fabio's talking a little late, so it's all right. You can listen to me some other time. Unless people found me on YouTube by themselves, but...
Hey, it's chance.
Let me put this up.
Yep.
Yeah, I was busy today, so I was like, I can't do this till later. And then he was doing icon. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Put it on. Friday, I'm leaving town. I won't be back till Sunday.
Business or fun?
Well, it's Columbus Day weekend, but...
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
I'm going to a retro game con, so that'll be fun. I haven't been to one of those in years.
Does sound fun.
With my kids this time.
Teaching
the old games, the old stuff. Well, I told them the new video games just suck. Like, I'm gonna get them a Nintendo Classic for Christmas.
Oh, so, you think it will stick?
I hope so. Just like I see the tablet games they play, and I'm like, this is crap. Like play like Mario and Donkey Kong, like real games that had to start. You have lives. There's a game over.
Yeah,
I don't know. Better way to start them. So I'm gonna turn this into a. I should probably. I used to have a bunch of old systems, but I sold them all. So I don't have anything old anymore.
I mean, like there has been a trend, like every now and again, where retailers will sell older stuff, like just up out of the blue. So it's not like completely dead, so to speak. Like there is a market.
It's a big cultural retro games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Big cultural phenomenon. Kind of goes with the comic scene, which I never really was into the comics much. So
random thing actually I want to squeeze this in is Oregon Trail, like original old school Oregon Trail, like trying to...
I played that in middle school. I remember playing it. They had library computers. But it was actually pretty educational because you had to type in the instructions.
Yep.
And you could fail, which kills me about games now. It's like they don't end, right? They're just perpetual games to keep you engaged and make you spend more money. But back then, if you go on a hunt, you didn't get enough meat.
Yeah. Comment section.
Yeah.
If you're able to find a good Oregon Trail.
You ford the river and it doesn't go well.
Dive dysentery.
Yeah.
Comment section, hook me up, please.
I'm sure someone online is a huge post that says that teaches amazing life lessons. It's probably on LinkedIn. A huge LinkedIn post about kids these days need Oregon Trail. That's what's wrong with them. But so I guess we got to talk about money now.
Yeah.
Everyone to their doom, I guess, right now. Everything's going red all of a sudden.
Sky is falling.
So are you scared?
No,
Recession
no,
coming
no.
inbound.
Well, I mean, for me though, it's like if it does happen and it does get realized, for one, like, aren't we kind of due? Aren't we? Isn't it like once every 7-ish years or so, roughly, give or
Yeah,
take?
probably at this point.
Yeah, and another though is like I'll dox myself a little. I'm currently a student. I still got another academic year. Not after the spring. So like if, allegedly the best time to be a student is if there's a recession and you can afford to be a student. So I'm privileged enough to afford, in my case, to be a student. So
I
it's
started yeah, I got a job with the state like right at the worst of the recession, which is
oof.
kind of funny in like 2010. So I was like worried because I just got back from
Yeah.
deployment and I was like, I don't know what I was going to do for a living, honestly.
Ah,
I came back
jeez.
from my deployment in Afghanistan. I'm just like I was like thinking of all these schools I could go to with my GI Bill,
Yep.
and then I got an offer for civil service, but I don't know. I might interview with the IRS, so I'm in
Oh.
process with them. So I don't know. I'd be coming after y'all for I don't know what I would do yet. Yeah, so fun times.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
But
So
you're
good old
coming
days.
into I I know I didn't even post this as an accounting topic. Like, for people listening, like if you're if you're not an accountant, like please anybody listen to this, if you're not an accountant and you want to go online and you feel that you know everything about accounting and you're going to tell people that AI is going to destroy our like, accounting jobs.
Oh no.
Like, with all due respect, you don't know shit, and you
Yeah.
should shut your mouth. You really will do harm to people because I'm on accounting Reddit. There are students that will post on accounting Reddit, and they're like, "I really want to be an accountant, but I'm scared because of when I read these stories about artificial intelligence coming, and then people speak nonsense about accounting." And I can you can tell they're not accountants. They're like
Yeah.
software bros or they're just internet commentators. They don't know shit. Because then you'll say, well, what do you mean accountant jobs will get removed? And they'll say something like, well, AI can do simple tax returns like for individuals. And it's like accountants don't do that. Accountants don't
Yeah.
work at Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block.
No.
They're not, those are just people off the street that get certs. And then they're like, well, basic data entry and plugging numbers in, they can do that. I'm like, well, accountants don't do that either. That's
No.
accounting clerks or accounts payable
Yeah.
clerks, and their jobs have already been on the decline since like the 80s,
Yep.
since the internet actually started taking those jobs away.
Hmm.
Like accounts payable jobs, sharp decline. But where jobs get destroyed, other jobs get created. So
Yeah.
if some accounting jobs get destroyed, okay, well, what about ESG auditors?
Yep.
Because that's going to be a line of work now. So some
Hmm.
accountants and auditor jobs could go away. Other new paths could come forward. And for people just to speak nonsense about this whole career being destroyed, it's only growing.
Yeah. The
Tax code's
demand
getting
is.
more
Yep.
complicated, and there's just more avenues for accountants and auditors, and we can do any other work. We can go work
Hmm.
in finance or insurance. They can't do our work though. So please, like, it's just so you will harm people that would have a perfectly good career in this field.
Yeah.
um if you speak like, I mean, I'd be worried if I was a software programmer, because that's right in the crosshairs of AI. I would say, I don't worry about us. Like,
So
I'd be
much
worried
further in the
about,
code.
you don't think an AI could program like birds, that crazy flying bird game or something, or troll axe battle castles. I'd be worried about that stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah.
so what are your thoughts? You're in school though. So you're on the other
Yep.
side, because I've been an accountant for like 14 years now. So you're
Oh,
just about to start.
yeah. It's kind of scary because I know that I'm just like the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, just getting the academic fundamentals. But because of my career prospects or hopes, I know that there's different types of accounting. Of course, people know audit and tax, but government accounting is an entirely different thing, and I'm interested in that. And
There,
then
there's
there's
like there's avenues I don't think they either don't exist or they'll be growing roles.
yeah,
So it'll
yep,
be important to keep your perspective open to new
oh yeah,
options
yeah,
for accounting work.
oh yeah, for sure. And the other one though is like I grasp things like FASB and PCAOB. like how they exist and how like in theory they work, but I don't know like all the nitty-gritty details. I don't know every single update. And yeah, so like I'm aware that there are some things out there, but I know that I am woefully clueless. So
But like what I'm doing is not what I thought I was going to do
yeah.
as an accountant.
Yeah.
So it was like my fourth job, but I found where I wanted to be. And I might try something different soon. I don't know. But yeah, keep your options open. And oh, I'm still fighting this cold. Sorry. But it'd be exciting. It'd be cool to hear what you get into. But yeah, just like with government accounting, like your first role might not be, it probably won't be what you want to do exactly.
But that's
But
fine.
you get through probation, become
Yeah.
permanent. I don't
Yeah.
know how your civil service rules work, but it's probably something like that.
Yeah.
Once you get permanent status, you can start figuring out if you want to do laterals or whatnot. And yeah, different departments. You could have the same accounting title, but you could go to different departments,
Yeah.
do totally different work,
Yep.
like tax or state ed or something totally different. But and we've lost everyone.
Now that we've lost them all, let's talk about macro.
Yeah, now that we've lost them all, now I can actually give all my secrets. Now the 10x secrets are for whoever stayed.
Yeah. Call options with macro trades. Let's go.
Oh, my two freaking shorts have been glorious. I probably should close them. I did write them. They're on Discord. I'm not saying what they are.
Yeah.
I wrote them on a piece of paper for a certain person.
I remember.
I am not
think I saw that.
promoting.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting doing this stuff. That's why I will not show the game. But I should close them, honestly. I don't know. So, anyways, we'll talk about topics that I actually wrote about.
Oh yeah.
So I thought this was kind of interesting. So I'm not a macro guy. I really don't give a crap. So, but people seem to really be into this stuff, which, okay. But I can, like, as a non-macro person, you see, like, here's a chart.
Yeah.
S&P returns to 10-year yield because the news was about the 10-year yield this week being historically high, first, like, highest in 16 years. You can see when, there you go. The yield dipped. Look what happened. The market ripped, right? Is that what they say? And now we're at a weird point now where they're converging again. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting.
I mean, we could say sectors have been hurt by this.
Oh yeah.
Which we could talk about, but
Yeah.
just talking like general market feelings, like if people, oh, when's a recession? I'm like, okay, so what are you trying to short, or you're trying to do 1-day options on SPY? Like, what do you care? What do you care what the total market's doing based on yield?
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck trying to do that if you want. But so, and anyways, like so we've talked about this before. There more pain's coming. So I think people keep getting their hopes up that we're done with interest rate hikes. And I keep saying they have not changed what they're doing. They said 2% inflation. We're not near 2% inflation yet.
Nope.
Well, I don't know why there's so much optimism about we're at the peak of interest rate climbs. And they think like the Fed's going to change because of this number or this, or the market drops 400 points in a day. They think that's going to change the Fed. It's not their concern. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything you read says that there more interest rates increases are coming. So
Yeah. No, like all you have to do is just be like a vague general student of history when it comes to any sort of inflation. Inflation can be very, very stubborn and sticky. Well, like, I mean, yes, we can nitpick as far as like what metrics we use or have used over time and currently, but the fact of the matter still remains, like it can be incredibly stubborn. So it makes sense. Like this is probably like the one thing that the Fed has been zeroed in on. Not doesn't always do it perfectly, but they do what they try to do against this. And this doesn't surprise me at all.
yeah, what was the 2% goal in a timely way.
Yep.
That's not changed.
Nope.
12 voting members. There was something. Yeah. So you can read those notes till you want.
Oh yeah.
Here's another chart to show the interest rate. So, or the yield. No, that's the wrong one.
Oh.
Here it is. So yeah, it's I put this chart 18 to 23. So you can see here's the 10-year.
Yeah.
Ooh boy, look at
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Fun
then
times.
here's another chart. If people want more, I've got more
Yeah.
charts.
Y
Here's a
charts.
10-year. You want a 10-year chart of a
Yeah.
10-year? 10-year chart of a 10-year.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So it's higher. You have to go back further to see how, yeah. So
Yep.
fun stuff.
Great times we live in.
Yeah. So, and then, well, one part of this too, government bonds. These freaking ads are killing me.
Oh yeah.
Government bonds are worrying people because as the rates keep going up, you
Mm-hmm.
know from school what happens to the present value of bonds if the rates go up is
Yep.
that they go down. Yeah.
TLT.
So so the whole world's freaking bond market is a mess right now. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not a bond investor. That's about as far as I can say.
Yeah, just be careful if anyone tries to like express things with
Cole's
bond
in the
trades.
house.
Good old Cole. Good old
Yeah.
Cole.
We gotta get to the fun stuff because I'm not a bond guy.
No.
Yeah. Fed Reserve cut hopes dim as hawks take over. I love this article because it's like this was from like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, they've not changed.
No.
Well, there's been no change since
No.
they started raising rates. So I love how what freaking hope? What do you mean hawks took over? They haven't changed anything. There's been no turmoil. So
No.
we're not at 2% inflation. Okay. Rate hikes. I
Yeah.
mean, my God. Yeah, the split between the Hawks and the Doves changed little from June when 12 of 18 committee members expected one further hike from current levels. Ooh. So, there you go, people. And then people have realized now this week, all of a sudden, the 10-year yield goes up to the highest in 17 years. I think it freaks out people. Then you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that 400-point crash. So, overreaction. But and then things like this are scaring people as you like the rates go up for everything. So
Mhm.
like your credit cards, my credit card was down to like 9 or 8 or 9%. The one I use for the most part, my Visa.
Yeah.
So now it's up to like 16. So, most people probably, you're talking 20% credit card rates, and here's
Yeah.
the balances are
Yep.
going up
Yep.
because cost of living has gone up. So people are using the short gap because wages haven't kept up. So credit card balances were down a bit during COVID because people had money, and now it's going back up. But here it is again. And then average credit card debt. I thought that was kind of interesting. So let's check your state. Wait,
Had to dox
Wisconsin,
myself.
right?
Yeah. These days,
6,000.
Wisconsin. Yep.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. But I
In my
mean, then again, like if
Oof.
we adjust though for average, but yeah, that's oof.
So this is all just scaring people.
Mm-hmm.
How many Americans carry credit card debt? And then here's a chart.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey cries.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey cries a bit. Average credit card rate. That's
Yeah.
oh my God. I mean, $9,000 with a 24%.
Yeah,
no joke.
yeah.
You're paying a lot.
Yeah, it's not good.
So this is interesting. Percentage of total outstanding credit card balances at least 30 days overdue. So the idea is that they're delinquencies, right?
Yep.
So it's starting to go up again. But it's
Mhm.
still historically
Oh yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Like trending is different from saying it's bad. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we'll see where it peaks out at. Like for me, it's more of a let me know where the rough peak is, or if
and
we've like hit previous ones.
this is a funny. So we talked
Yeah.
about people were thinking in the summer because you saw the Fed notes that a lot
Mhm.
of the Fed chiefs, the people voting members were like, we only got one or so more hikes, and that's it this summer. So you could see people, the inflows. So here's unlike some certain people don't realize, like with ETFs, if the price drops of an ETF, that doesn't mean that people are dumping it
No.
necessarily. It
No,
depends on
yeah.
the methodology and what the ETF is.
Yep.
So in this case, you could see inflows are coming in and prices going down since rates are going up. So you could argue people are expecting that we're near the top because they're dumping money into this, because if rates start to go down, TLT would reverse and go up again. So it's kind of an interesting.
Yeah.
This was from Chris Patel. I didn't steal it. Well, I'm giving him credit. So
Yeah, giving credit. For
thank you.
me, it's just weird though because like TLT, I have a suspicion that a fair amount of like financial advisors recommend that their clients go into this as a retirement vehicle,
Really?
and that's just a suspicion. Like, and I can't like fully pin that for sure. I just only have like a little bit of anecdotal like stuff here and there, but I hope that's not the case. I want to be wrong, is what I'm
Well, it's
saying.
hard because, like, okay, I could buy a Treasury 10-year
Yeah,
for what is it, 4.8%.
yeah,
I just opened a new online savings account and they're paying me 4.35.
yeah. In
So,
which case,
which is, you know what? I'll take the 0.4% drop, but then my
mm,
money's always accessible and I don't have to
yeah,
screw around with buying a freaking bond
yeah,
or treasuries.
yeah.
So I'll take it. And you can get what, 4.4 from Marcus. My friend gets 4.4. JP Morgan's 4.4 for their wealth management. I'm not going to mention that other trash fintech bank. A little higher. They can go after themselves.
Yeah.
But for the other thing with the spread though between the yield
Mhm.
of treasuries and dividend stocks in the market,
Yeah.
it's like huge gap now.
Oh, yeah.
So there's some pain with dividend world. Honestly, it's going to be some pain ahead because again, it's like, okay, I could buy a share of give me what's a like Caterpillar.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Caterpillar's probably yielding like 2% or like 2.4 maybe.
Mhm.
Okay, well again, I can go put money in Barclays and it's 4.35 right now with zero
Yeah.
risk. So there's going to be some pain with dividend stocks because then you think naturally they'll start trending down, so the yields will come up for some of them to make the yield more competitive for like the aristocrats and stuff. That trend will probably be more for the dividend aristocrats than anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so I'm not jumping in to buy when I see dividend stocks dropping. I'm not like diving into them necessarily. Like,
Yeah.
and I know that's a trend online. People will see them hit 52-week lows. I'd be like, you should be careful because it can keep dipping because this interest rate environment is not going anywhere.
No.
And I know Coke, someone told me Coke was at a 52-week low right now. I'd be concerned about individual stocks in this environment that are like dividend aristocrat type companies. Um, I don't know. I'm still buying my ETF.
Yeah.
If I don't have a better idea, because I don't have the risk of like one specific company, right, obliterating me. So
For
I'm
sure.
buying my broadly diversified. It's like 310 dividend paying stocks in America. So unless I have a better idea, like the other one we mentioned on Northrop, which I still think is a good deal. But other than that, when in doubt, go back to your security blanket, I would say. I know you're probably just buying your market since you're in school.
Yeah, by and large, like the
Is your
bulk of my
S&P 500 or the total market? What's your
uh
weapon of choice?
by and large S&P 500. Just
Okay.
because the bulk of it's still with TSP, so it's not true,
Oh,
but
you don't okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah, like we like and yeah, I still have my small little experimental account that I try things out with, but at the end of the day, though, that's just learning. That is an interesting question.
I could. Yeah, I don't know. I like the ease of an online savings account. I mean,
I guess it's the optionality of being able to pull your money with
yeah,
the
I can
savings
move it
account
around if
rather
I
than
want. But those are great options
yeah,
too. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know what's they're paying like 5. I think I know CDs are paying like 5,
mhm,
5.12.
yeah. I mean,
So, it's
anecdotally,
definitely a
like
good option too.
yeah, I
Um,
heard some money market accounts are okay enough as far as like pulling money out. Um, but I guess it just depends on your counterparty.
oh my
Dead.
god, this guy. Oh, they're just
I
talking.
yeah, I don't foresee that really being an issue unless I'm being dumb or extra dumb.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But this is a great environment if you have money
Oh
because
yeah, for sure.
your
For
money
sure.
works for you finally.
Yeah.
Years and years, it was like, I mean, you look at savings accounts and it's like they're offering you 0.7 or zero point 0.8. And it's like, what the hell? Like, so it's kind of nice if you don't need loans right
Yep.
now. So if you need to borrow money, then it
Uh,
sucks. But
ugh, yeah.
But I don't think this environment's going anywhere. I think it'll. I think next year or two, I don't see much of a change, but I don't know. They haven't reversed course, so
No, no,
um,
it's gonna be rough for a while, probably.
so here's we talked about this last week, and I always I like to follow the sector performance year to date.
Yep.
It's like my favorite because it's just it tells you a lot to me. So you could see obviously, not to no one's surprise, the three giant winners,
Yep.
because this is Tesla. You got like Meta, and here's Google and stuff.
Yep.
Then you look at utilities, just freaking obliterated. Utilities obliterated. Energy's held because of oil, so it's not
Yep.
surprising.
Yep.
Consumer staples been getting some pain. Like
Mhm.
that one's a little been surprising me. Real estate, not surprised because the interest
Yeah.
rates.
Yeah.
I'm not a bank person,
Nah,
but
neither am I.
this was the one I was going to talk about today a little bit.
Yeah.
Utilities.
Yep.
This is
Think-
like a hallmark of dividend investors. And well, they're all getting obliterated, so we should buy them now. Well, it's like time out.
Yes.
So like this Seeking Alpha, here's an article talking about it. Crushed. So utilities are crushed. Treasury yields continue because same thing. A dividend utility stock could pay 4.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Treasury pays 4.5,
Yeah.
and you have no risk of losing the money. So that's one reason why
Yep.
utility stocks getting crushed. So you can go read Seeking Alpha. So
Yeah.
here's for an example, I was like, here's Southern Company, which
Mhm.
is one I followed, and I actually almost bought this once in the past because they were building a nuclear power plant. So my
Oh.
friend was telling me about that was going to be awesome for them.
Mhm.
And he's a physics teacher, so he got on my radar, but I
Yeah.
followed it and I never bought it. But so you look at like their debt. It's just like an oppressive
Yeah.
amount of debt with all of these utilities. That's how they finance themselves, bond issuance, right?
Yep.
So they're like quasi-governmental, some of them almost. They issue
Yep.
bonds for projects, just like your town does. So it's very influenced by interest rates, these companies. So I pulled their 10K. So can you read that? Can you
Uh,
expand it?
I can. I'm not sure about other people. Yeah, that's even better. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So you can see so here's this is their 2022 10K. So here's some of their long-term debt notes. 20 and by the way, I think their credit rating is like double B or triple B. So they're not A rated.
No.
So these are not like prime. This is not Microsoft we're talking about. But maturity 23, 24, 23, 24, 23, 26, 24. You can look at the rates. You think they're going to get these rates when they have to refinance?
No.
3, 4, 2. Well, maybe they could get 7. Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna
And
say
then
7.
here's
Maybe.
one of their other 23, 24, 3%, 3%. They're not getting that.
No.
Here you go. They're not getting 2%. And all their debts are like short term. They issue bonds a lot, and it's going to be a problem in this
Yep.
environment to issue bonds, and that's why utilities are getting crunched. I'm sure I could look at any utility would look about probably like this.
Probably.
So, I don't know. I don't want to own utilities. Period. Like
No.
outside of like if they're in the S&P 500, so be it. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. To me,
I think these are bad. I think these are bad investments for people.
I think utilities also are like a case point of like monopolies or a moat not always being the greatest of things like by itself. Uh, oh yeah, on
He's signed
money
up.
markets. Yeah.
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 Money market's a great option.
Yeah. Yeah. It certainly can be for sure.
If rates keep going up, I might even. I don't have like some giant. Like I keep like say 50,000, like something around 50,000. So it's not like huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Should put it all in the market, like Paul said. Don't pay your bills. Don't pay. Just live in your house and don't even. You're wasting your money, boy. That mortgage, you should put that money in the market. Just let them kick you out.
God, that's so dumb.
You drive a car. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Everything you own.
I don't get it. I don't know anymore. Like the only reason why my car is completely like paid off and owned is just over time. Like Like, whatever.
Okay, I saw someone post on Twitter. I couldn't find it. He's like, yeah, somebody posted like how cars are getting more expensive. Okay, we get it. Everything's getting more expensive. So
Yep.
somebody comments and they're like, if only there were a way for you to borrow a car and not have to buy it. So like a payment system where you would you pay just to use the car. You don't have to buy like and pay 50 grand up front. I'm like, buddy, it's called a fucking lease.
Yeah.
If only it exists. Oh my god. I'm not getting in a Twitter bat. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, does he not understand leases exist? There literally is a system in place for you. It's like $2-3 grand down and then like $300 a month for a car. And then you give it back to them and then you can get another one and you never have to pay 50 grand for it.
How old are leases? Like, how long have leases been around? Like, how many decades? This is not
since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Like, people have leased shit to other people. Some caveman gave a spear to his buddy and like, I want it back.
Yeah.
After the boar hunt or the mammoth hunt.
Yeah.
I want that spear back. And you're gonna give me a piece of meat with it.
Not a radical concept.
No. Oh, I was dead when I heard. I'm like, oh God. If you want to be entertained, go on Turo. What's the car rent? Is it Turo? The car rental app?
Possibly.
Turo or Toro or something. There's a Reddit page for it. Oh my
dear God. Oh dear God.
People rent their cars and then they get it back and there's like holes in it and people just screw it all up and
Yikes.
there's like glue on the seats, just crazy crap. And then they have to. That seems like the worst idea ever. Rent your car out.
Yeah,
So.
that's the whole like Tesla robo taxi thing where it's like Tesla owners would sign up their own Teslas for that.
Leases are the oldest profession.
Or second oldest.
It probably is. Literally, like you give somebody something and you ask, they have to give it back to you with some sort of barter. So you can borrow my ox, but I get a little bit of the sheep, your sheep's wool or something.
Yeah.
That's a lease. Like, anyways.
Yep. Oh,
so,
righty.
Moving on to politics.
Yeah, politics.
But I have to say, so I have a history degree I have a history and an accounting degree. I was almost gonna be a history teacher. So this was so fascinating. Did you watch it? The whole vote. I watched most of it while I was working because I was home that day.
I wasn't able to, but it seemed like it sure was messy as far as how the fallout has come.
Because I didn't understand why there were so many yes votes. It just wasn't. I was doing some work. I was finishing an audit, so I was just half listening. And then I heard my representative come on, and he said yes. And then I'm like, oh, now I get it. The Democrats are all voting yes now.
Yeah.
And it didn't click until then. I'm like, oh my God. And then you're watching the count and I'm keeping track until we get to 435 reps. I'm like, oh my God, he's out. Like 20 to go. They don't have enough no votes. But that was wild. And people like, this has never happened before. So be like, well, who cares? It's like, well, this has never happened before in the history of America that they've booted a freaking speaker of the House. So,
yeah.
Freaking wild.
Europeans probably are going to be laughing at us with their parliaments.
This doesn't mean like the system's falling apart. This is part of democracy. Like, here's the problem. So I don't know. Do people like I don't think the news covered this. Maybe they did. So he made a deal with. It was 10 Freedom Caucus people during that. During the initial votes, I guess 8 voted against him, but originally it was 10. So he had to make concessions to the rules. So when a speaker comes in, they create the rules, the procedures for how they will operate for that Congress, right? So, and then there's like a standard procedure for how they operate that just is based on precedent. So he had to cut deals with that Freedom Caucus to get them to vote for him. So some of the deals, so originally, from my understanding, normally it's half of the caucus. So whoever's the speaker, their party has to vote to do a vote to vacate the House speaker. They removed that. And then it was literally one person could bring the vote up. Now he wanted it to be 5, which was kind of stupid because there's 10 Freedom Caucus people. Who cares? 1 or 5, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So basically that was number one. He really, so before it would have been half of the Republicans would have had to vote for that even that vote to happen. So he messed up there. He had to make concessions to the he had to agree to making tax increases. Some of the bills that the House passed that people are like, well, that's stupid. Why even do that? The Senate's not going to pick these bills up. So you probably heard about him all summer. Well, he agreed to have votes on those bills. So the immigration bills and all those silly bills that Chuck Schumer will never pick up. So he did that as a concession. What else? He also put the Freedom Caucus on important committees that write the rules and the budget and stuff like that. So he basically just gave these 10 Freedom Caucus people the keys to the kingdom. He should have never agreed to it. And that's all I would tell him. He should have never agreed to those changes. He should have made them vote 100 times to be speaker. He should never have let them do that to him. And then he should have never run.
Yeah.
But Kevin McCarthy made the bed that he slept in there.
Yeah.
So he deserve to get booted? Yeah, because he did this to himself.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to make that deal with them, and he did.
Yep.
So, and that's what happens.
Here we are.
So, yeah, here we are. So he did this to himself.
It'll be interesting times ahead, to be sure. Dirty Mike and the Boys. I forgot what movie that was, but was it the other guys? I can't remember.
My card. Wait, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was funny though. Like I remember that scene.
What a terrible business that is to rent your car to people.
Italian elections can be.
Oh, I'm sure there's some crazy stuff with that.
Yeah.
But people always, your democracy doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Oh, wait. You're from the place they throw shoes at each other. And you have 7 parties that have to come to shake hands to freaking legislate. So I think, like, slow your roll down. America's doing just fine. We're going to be fine.
It's all right enough. Yeah.
Well, see, they're making all sorts of, I think they're going to do a normal process this time. I think the Freedom Caucus, from what I could understand, Kevin McCarthy did hurtful things to those people, those 10 people. And it seemed like Kevin McCarthy made deals with everyone. I was saying this to Bacon Pour. He seems like he always because everyone talks about how he's a great deal maker, but then he had no follow through. Mm-hmm. So he would make a deal with you, but then he would like make a deal with someone else that contradicts your deal. And he would forget who was more important. So it's like he wasn't picking sides. He was trying to appease everyone. And then he hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
And there's people that hated his guts. So, so he did this to himself. But I don't think he was that great of well, what buried him was that he had to go to the Democrats to pass that continuing resolution.
Yes.
And then he goes on the Sunday news circuit and blames the Democrats for the whole process being screwed up. So they had a meeting. I read this today. So they had a freaking caucus meeting and they showed the interview where he blamed them before the vote. And they're like, oh, hell, we ain't saving this guy. Hell no. And he didn't make any attempt to outreach to them either.
No.
So, the Democrats booted a Republican speaker. But I don't think it'll be, I think it'll go pretty easy this time. I guess we'll see, right?
And even then, like the election cycle is coming up relatively soon. So it's at the end of the day, should be okay.
I mean, it's just hard because you only have a majority of 5.
Yeah.
So it's just tough. It's a tough place to be for them.
Razor thin.
They don't have like they just don't have the votes. And then you can have these extreme people on the left or right like demand things and take advantage of the situation. So we'll see how the election pans out.
Oh yeah. It is funny though, like how a lot of labor unions, the well organized ones, have been able to leverage this into getting things through.
Yeah, the UAW, man.
Yep.
I don't know. I could talk about that for an hour. They're shooting for the moon still.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think they're wrong. Like,
no, neither do I.
They're not getting pensions back.
No, probably not.
I think they're wasting their time.
Almost.
Like I've said before, you pick your battles when you're in union negotiations. That's what my union does. We have town hall meetings and we pick our priorities. So we tell them and they put out surveys and they're like, what's your top 3 or 5 things you want in the next contract? And we put them out. Then they go to the meeting with that information, and it's not everything. I feel like the UAW guy is just like, he's just spraying, shotgun shells everywhere. He's trying to get anything, I think, because he's newly elected. I don't know. The pension coming back is not happening. I think he's wasting his time with that part. They can't bring pensions back. Like that'll bankrupt the company. And then like to have say in like closure and management decisions about electric vehicle production sites and stuff. I don't see that happening either.
Yeah.
That's just that crosses a line. Like I don't have my union. We've never tried to do that. Get like administrative management decision making on like what. I think he's wasting his time with half of what they're asking for. But I don't know. I don't know the whole. It's not my union, so.
If it is a negotiating tactic, though, it is a tried and true one, though, of asking for a whole lot and then, quote unquote, acting gracious when.
But the targeted strikes is such a. It's a new thing that's never been done. Yeah. It's like everyone strikes or everyone works, and this is like so crazy that he's doing this. He's picking specific plants. Yeah. And then like there was one day he didn't go after Ford. And then they're like, I guess maybe the negotiations were going well with Ford. So they left Ford alone for the day as like a carrot for Stellantis and GM.
Yep.
But to say it's worked, it's like, well, it hasn't worked.
Yeah, not yet.
We'll see. Yeah. I mean, I think GM and Ford might go to, I don't know. If they go to the courts, I guess we'll see. To say like there's some unfair labor practice with these targeted strikes. I think they're still in the phase they're trying to get a deal. Yeah. I think they really are.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think I don't know. But it could come out of nowhere. Like you won't hear anything, right? They'll stop. The news will stop reporting because when you're close to a deal, the union will tell all the members, shut the hell up. Like when it gets quiet, that's when you know stuff is getting done. Like my last contract, you'll hear updates, occasionally updates, and then all of a sudden it's like everyone disappears for a month and you're like, what happened? And then all of a sudden, boom, contract in our email that we got the deal. So the quieter it is, the better, I would say.
Yeah.
Because they'll make agreements to don't release this because it's very sensitive, the negotiation.
Oh, for sure.
And if it gets leaked, it blows the whole deal up.
Yeah.
Hurts feelings.
Yeah.
They yell at each other at these things. Don't kid yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Intense. I've talked to people on our contract team and people yell at each other and stuff.
Yeah. There's some like old black and white footage of like some old meetings that have been recorded back in the day on YouTube. If you ever have some free time to the viewers, like definitely check that out because it's not much has probably changed since then and now except the color.
All right, this is for Big Pharma, bro.
Yeah.
So I talked about this on I think Exit Liquidity. I don't think I talked about it on my own with Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like initially, so. With these drugs, I'm not a doctor or anything. My wife's a nurse, but so that regardless. So the thing with Ozempic and Wegovy are the same drug for people to understand. The problem is they have severe side effects. And I'm not saying 50% of people. I'm just saying if you do have side effects, they're really nasty. And you can go look online. So Ozempic, Wegovy are the same drug, just different amounts, right? So the thinking is it originally was developed as a diabetic weight loss drug. So their thinking is, okay, these are really severe side effects. However, you know what's a worse side effect to your health? Morbid obesity.
Yeah.
So we'll take these side effects that can come, bloating, cramps, stomach paralysis, over the fact that you're 50% BMI and you could die any day of a freaking heart attack.
Yeah.
So, but then people started buying these drugs without their insurance, diabetic, for diabetic patients, but they're using them to lose 20 pounds for a wedding they have next month. And all of a sudden they lose, 50 pounds, celebrities. So it's like, that's not what these drugs were intended for. So they're misusing these drugs. And now 20-pound weight loss or stomach paralysis. Okay. You probably should, the side effects now matter because you're not unhealthy.
Yeah.
So they're misusing these drugs to some degree. And these are the first generation of these semaglutide drugs. So they're going to develop better ones over time. But the way they work basically is they trick your body into digesting slower. That's how they work. They make your stomach digest the food slower. So if it makes it slower, some people, maybe it's too slow where it's stomach paralysis and long lasting conditions from that, and constipation issues that get really severe. So as far as investing, I mean, you can go look. Eli Lilly, Nova Nordisk is the one that has these drugs, and it's freaking done quite well this year because of, you could say, momentum, and they have had great sales cut from this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Insurance still is not really covering it. That's the big question I had back then. It's like, insurance is going to do their own factor or evaluation of these drugs because they're very expensive, and you don't ever stop using them. You'd have to use them forever. So, I don't know. The insurance part was what worried me, is if insurance companies would play ball with these drugs. And I don't know, honestly. I could see them only issuing them to like morbidly obese people or type 1 diabetics in a severe health predicament. Like that could get through. But as far as saying anyone can go get them, like right now, I mean, these people are just paying cash for these things, basically.
Yeah.
But Eli Lilly is coming out with their own version. It's a different drug. Eli Lilly's drug is different. It's supposed to have, my understanding, less side effects. And there's more variability in the dosages, I guess. They can tailor it more to you, is my understanding. So there's going to be future drugs too, which is what I would watch out for.
Yeah.
Because those will be the ones you need, the less severe side effects, more dosage options for doctors based on like you, the person, and what your goals are. Or maybe there's 2 different drugs, one for the morbidly, obese diabetics, and one for someone that just wants to live healthy. So we'll see. There's going to be investment opportunities, I think, with this, honestly. And honestly, there's probably short options on this too. If something runs up, it might fall down. But this was funny. The Walmart CEO, just out of the blue, is like saying that Ozempic could impact grocery store sales. I'm like, what? Like, crazy thing for a CEO just to say in an interview. I thought. I was like, what is he doing? Like, his board is like, what are you doing with us?
I forgot what the percentage was, because like I remember the words a slight change, and I want to say like he said something in that interview of like it being about what 2% ish of a change. Like, oh dear God, look who's in. But yeah, like I mean, of course.
Now's our time about Mexican airports. Go. No. So, anyways,
yeah.
So now he said that, and it's like when people are looking at like, okay, all these companies, Hershey's, Mondelez, Pepsi, General Mills, Kellogg, most of them have not had a good year.
Yeah.
Which I'm not blaming on what he said,
No,
but it's just all kind of is coming together. All these companies have done kind of poor. Coke's at 52-week lows. So now people, I think, are scared at like Pepsi is like, well, if Walmart's sales are down, then, if you're on Wegovy, you're not going to buy Lay's potato chips or go get your Twinkies at Walmart, maybe. I think that's we're going a little too far with that, I think.
No, I think so too.
But that could be, if this is almost momentum trading, right? It's a piece of news that influences people's, decisions. Some of these could be unfairly impacted, these companies. Like, they could be punished a little too severely for something like this. So there could be opportunity, but
just makes me wonder though, like because there's this, and then there's also macro concerns. So it's like which one is the bigger force?
Yeah, that's the other part. So like with
or...
Pepsi, they're like, well, inflation's crushing people.
Yeah.
So inflation's crushing people and their ability to buy anything beyond just the bare necessities, combined with this Walmart CEO saying crazy shit. To think that weight loss drug would impact a company the size of Walmart's like sales.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild for him to even insinuate that. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know. Oh my God. Look who, well, we know they ended.
Yep. They definitely ended.
Fabio. He missed my dab.
Oh no.
3 dabs.
Yep. He's in here.
I roasted. So for anyone, I roasted utilities earlier.
Yes.
So you'll have to.
Yep.
You'll have to watch it later. I'm not going back. We only go forward.
Yes, forward. Only forward.
So more, yeah. Walmart says Ozempic craze slims demand in grocery aisles. It's like, good God.
Yeah. It's
I would hope people would make better food choices if you're going to get on Ozempic. Hopefully, you're not eating garbage still. Hopefully, you're trying to eat better types of food. But that's probably, I don't know. People fail at everything. So,
yeah.
and then here's just some articles. Ozempic linked to stomach paralysis, other gastrointestinal, oh my God,
Intestinal.
gastrointestinal issues.
There we
It's
go.
late.
It's all good.
Oh, I can't speak. So more stories about that. I don't think this is, yeah, like I said, Eli Lilly's still it's not approved. It's still I don't know what phase it's in. So that would be interesting. But Eli Lilly stock has run up so much. I'm not
Yeah.
like, is
Yeah.
there anything there at this point?
Yeah. Downside risk, baby.
Yeah. It works differently, so it's not the same type of drug.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you think Ozempic has no future, like say a giant insurance company comes out and says we're not covering Wegovy, United Health or something. Say like big story comes out, say we're not covering it. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm just saying. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, experiment. So you can look. There's other drugs out there. Here's the
Mm.
Eli Lilly's. Patients are losing great amount of weight on it. Phase 2 clinical trial. There's a few others. I didn't want to mention them because the companies that have them they're either phase 1. I found one that's like a micro nano cap. So I'm
Oh
not
geez.
mentioning. There was some other companies working on other semi-glutide or weight loss drugs.
Yeah. It's
If
it's
you want to
big
get into
yikes.
biotech game.
That's all you on you, the viewer. It's not me.
Uh-oh, what do we got here?
Yeah.
What about staples though?
Yeah. Yeah. They covered that a little bit on the ICOM. Um, I wasn't able to listen in on all of it because I showed up over here for prep.
I mean, I have Pepsi McDonald's long term. I'm not looking to buy anymore. I think some of them are going to get unfairly punished, which I think is more interesting than I don't think utilities are ever interesting, honestly. Like, I think there could be some interesting buys in the staples.
Yeah.
But like Hershey's is interesting, kind of to some degree.
Yeah.
Um,
No, and I think you're onto something because like if someone really wanted to get something from utilities, like we saw the bond load that those companies have. Like, wouldn't it be better or safer, arguably, to just own the senior the senior claim on that company? Again, I wouldn't, but
I know
yeah, that's just me. Like, if I absolutely had to,
consumer
uh,
staples. I don't know. I've never really
staples.
been a huge fan of staples too
Yeah.
much. They don't work very well. They fall out of the paper. No, I'm kidding. So what was the last topic? I threw military in.
Good old military.
I don't know why people so I don't know.
I don't know either.
So you can read if people are really interested in Raytheon, because we didn't talk about Raytheon what was it, a
Yeah.
month ago.
Yep.
You can read what the updates are from the Pratt and Whitney engine issues.
Mhm.
You can read what their projections are for reported sales and the inspections they're going to have to do, which last I looked, I think they were doing inspections up to 2025 or 2026, depending on what they find. I mean, in the end, is it what they're saying projected wise is not a big amount, a large amount of sales or impact on their business for how big they are. But I don't know. I don't see much growth with them. I don't find them that interesting. So
Yeah, there
uh,
definitely is a cap on like how big these boys can get by and
yeah, like
large.
when it was, I had Raytheon when it got
Yeah.
to 100, whatever that was a year ago, I sold it. And I was basically like, I don't see a path for this company to get much bigger than it is because they don't have unlimited growth prospects like a Microsoft or a Meta.
Yeah.
They can only grow so much by the contracts they can acquire,
Mhm.
unless they do some sort of M&A.
Yeah.
But it's a different analysis. They do
Yeah.
grow by single digits.
Oh yeah. I
And I
mean,
was
like,
like, I didn't like how much they were like 50-50 military to private sector.
yeah,
I wanted more of a military company, is what so that's why I like Lockheed Martin's like 99% military. Northrop Grumman, I can't remember last time. It's like at least 80%, I think, military. They work with NASA. I don't
yeah,
know. So
yeah. Like, it's because even if like some of these companies go for more of a private avenue, like some of their products are regulated, like extremely regulated. So the growth almost
Fabio, are you really
necess-
gonna buy Boeing? You're breaking my heart.
I think he's trolling.
No, you can buy it if you want. It's fine.
Yeah, not your money.
No, it's fine.
Not your circus, not your monkeys.
Yeah, do what you want. I okay. I can. You want me to get sappy, but I think companies have a soul because they're an independent organization, right? And then when a company goes down a certain road of decision making, and like I don't know, they murder people, let's say, because
Yeah.
they put out airplanes that fall out of the sky, or a certain bank that keeps stealing money and creating fake accounts. Like
Oh,
those
oof.
changes don't. Those companies don't change overnight.
No.
You've
No,
made
God, no.
structurally these companies are bankrupt morally, and
Yeah.
I don't want any part of them.
Yeah.
And look at Wells Fargo. We keep saying that they're going to turn around. Can we even go 6 months without them having a freaking issue? It keeps happening. It keeps happening with these damn accounts, and it just keeps happening. Like they're corrupted to the bone. I mean, Boeing,
No.
I'm not convinced they're not any different than they're not much of a different company.
Yeah.
They fought when people accused them of all those engine issues and the planes just falling out of the sky. They fought that. They didn't admit anything. They were fighting that tooth and nail.
Yeah.
So I don't
Oh,
know.
because
Morally bankrupt company.
it's funny because like in one of my classes we ended up talking like, and I'm gonna have to do a paper on that specific company, but like the professor actually like mentioned how Southwest, I think it was, they were operating like a small little airport like around the greater Chicagoland area. Bad winters happen, of course. A plane messes up, and a whole bunch of people die or get hurt. The CEO of the company has an emergency press release. Legal advises him not to do it. Marketing says, no, you should talk about it. CEO says, it's my fault. Even though, there's regulatory issues, could be just a specifically bad employee, any number of things. But apparently, with that press release, the stock price actually went up
Yeah.
after
No,
that
like,
press
and
release.
I'll give credit to Raytheon because I
Yeah.
have not heard
Yeah.
anybody at Raytheon deny these engine issues.
Hmm.
They put the statement out. They
Yep.
did their adjustments to their projections. They said exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
The stock took went down 15%, but they took the hit and they're moving on. And they're
Yeah.
not denying, like, planes didn't have to fall out of the sky for them to admit there was an issue with the what was it, the powder coating on these engines,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They didn't wait until that. And then the news is knocking on their door. So I give them credit. I don't know if they denied it first, but it came out of nowhere. So I'm assuming that they're dealing with it. So I'll give them credit for that.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean you want to buy the stock, but
No, not necessarily, but
oh, Dan, stop it. I want to trade Wells Fargo. Who trades banks?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not my play.
Oh, okay, fair point. I'll give you a fair point. But I don't own JP Morgan anymore. I was okay. If I still own JP Morgan after what came out about the Epstein money, I probably would have sold it based on that. I don't think it's I don't know. Is that more Jamie Dimon though? I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
either.
on Jamie Dimon more, wasn't it?
I wonder like how long it will take for Epstein's name to completely fade from the public memory.
Maybe we'll cover that next week.
Maybe you
I'll
never
read
will.
more. I don't know exactly what happened. I would read more. Hey, I'll go after a Jamie Dimon.
Yeah.
Oh, literally,
Humana.
huminated my wife. Oh my god. What? Oh yeah,
Good old
McBuda.
Deutsche Bank.
Oh, Credit Suisse.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, the
yeah.
credit. That was my. Besides trading FRC, the Credit Suisse jokes during the regional bank crisis. And people would do these long videos about Credit Suisse, what their problems are. I'm like, it's just Credit Suisse being Credit Suisse.
Yeah.
You could literally just Google Credit Suisse penalties. And it was like 2 pages of fucking penalties on Google going back 20 years. There's another
Laundry
morally
list.
bankrupt company that never could move on. But oh, glorious.
Oh yeah.
I just killed Dan. I'm dead. Oh no.
Oh no.
Foo
Uh,
hat.
I don't know if he's still in here, but Andrew Marshall wanted us to talk about Tesla also. Apparently, they lowered their prices yet again.
Did they really?
Yeah, apparently so. We might have to do a little bit of scrolling, but
I joked with Strongman. I'm like, if I really didn't care about what I talked about and I was just want views, I
yeah.
would just turn this channel into like a Tesla hating channel. If I really wanted to, not necessarily, well, some Elon, but more Tesla. I would just make Tesla hate videos if I wanted. I would just make up stuff. Just do
I,
I'd be crushing the money problem or whatever, the opposite of that guy.
it's funny though, because like I want to say either like it's the news cycle being slow or me being dumb. But I heard like that the SEC is investigating him on the whole entire process of like buying a Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. So got that to look forward to.
There's also some of the banks. I guess he's having to deal with the banks that bought into Twitter
hmm
because they wanted, I don't know if they implicitly did get promises or they had got it on paper that they wanted a piece of SpaceX actually.
Ooh,
So the bank,
ooh,
I think he's trying to, from what I understand, he's trying to wiggle out of those deals he made, like handshake agreements to say, oh yeah, you give me money for Twitter and I'll give you a first taste of SpaceX when it comes public. So that'll be great when SpaceX goes public. It'll be so interesting to see how that works out.
It would be
Uh,
hilarious though if it's in the
yeah.
middle of like a rough IPO market because a lot of the recent IPOs have been getting smacked really hard. Oh, this looks familiar.
Yeah. Well, I was doing like Tesla. It's like they keep lowering prices, and
Yeah,
my God, like they're gonna get to the point where the Hyundai EVs are worth more than the Tesla one. Like,
that would be so messed up.
I mean, they got good reviews, but like the
Yeah,
branding aspects of cars, I don't understand why he keeps lowering the price and lowering the price. I think it's
yeah.
foolish.
Same here. Same here.
Like the branding is so important with cars.
Oh yeah.
Like, and you know, GM struggled with this. Cadillac, there's a price range each car establishes a
hmm
market in, and you
Yep.
stay in that market. You get
Oh,
you get in trouble when you get out of those ranges.
very
And
much
it's
so.
just like it's just common sense. Like like I don't want to pay you know, if you're looking at a Mercedes to a Cadillac, I'm not going to pay the same for a Cadillac as a Mercedes. Like to
Oh
me,
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
branding.
Yeah, for sure.
Um or like, yeah, you'll have like Honda, Honda and Acura, like they understand, or Lexus, Toyota, right?
Yeah.
There's a dollar point that you're going to buy a Toyota,
Yeah.
and any more than that, you're not. You're going to move on. You want luxury all of a sudden at a certain price point.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Like even business to business perspectives, like, if a person has like say a landscaping company or something like that, they want like a pickup truck or some vehicle similar to that. Like they already have like rough price ranges and brand names and like specific models in mind is my guess. Like
I don't know if people
yeah.
have seen, but Toyota has been on a tear this year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I talked about it like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I said they're sneaky going to be the big players in the next gen of when we get to the full time solution to EVs, the solid state batteries. I think they're going to be the winner or one of the top dogs.
Oh
And
yeah.
the stock's done very well this year. So
Yep.
um, I
Uh,
still think solid state is the answer. I think lithium batteries for cars, we're just debating was it HD DVDs or Blu-ray?
oh yeah. Yeah.
And solid state the cloud coming. So
Yep. Uh did
that's
you
gonna be the only comment I get on this video. Bro talking about batteries.
Did you want to talk about this Raytheon
Yeah.
Twitter thing or?
So you sent this to me.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say this looks familiar.
Hey, we're talking about Raytheon here. So
Yep, yep. Um, I mean, it's cool in theory. It's just I don't know the uh, all the nitty gritty details from like an engineering or scientific perspective and how viable this all is. But Interesting though.
It's interesting to me that it's not chemical. So as far as I understood, the military was mostly developing chemical lasers for this
Mhm.
purpose, for shooting down missiles.
Yeah,
Um, so they weren't doing battery powered lasers because
yeah,
lithium batteries explode and catch fire. So I
yeah.
don't know how applicable it is to a military purpose, lithium batteries, but yeah, these have giant batteries, I guess. And they only shoot for 120 seconds. Then they have to go be charged again.
Yes.
This is not military. This doesn't work. Like that's like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the chemical lasers made more sense because you could just have extra chemicals nearby, right?
Mhm.
Like so you could refill them. But I think we're far away from lasers on the battlefield.
Yeah,
I think more of like it is interesting. It's like drone defense, I think, is a great instead of looking at drones, drone defense, I think, is a better investing thesis
yeah.
because the drones, they're just commodities for the most part. The drones
Mhm.
they're using, they're just
Yeah,
buying stuff, putting computer chips and engines in them.
yeah.
Um, the ones that actually matter, like the Reapers, that like are like high tech, you
Mhm.
can't use them in Russia. They'll get shot down immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Too
So
slow.
the future is like cheap, inexpensive drones, but then the drone defense technology is the interesting part, I think.
Yeah,
And
I
there's so
think so
many
too.
different like there's the Germans have these gun system, these rail gun systems with radar.
Mhm.
There's this laser you just showed me. There's I think L3 Harris has a vampire system where it's like on the back of a truck and it shoots down drones. So there's not really a complete solution to drone defense.
Yeah.
There's all these different things popping off right now. Um, one of them is going to be the most effective at some point
Mhm.
through enough trials or jam. But even like jamming, they
Yeah.
said Ukraine developed drones that fight jamming.
Yeah.
So um, that's the interesting part. But
It's a fun play and counterplay of sword and shield. I will say though that that if I know if the higher up people in the military still stay relatively the same, they really do love aggression and they really do love counterpunching, even on the defense. So it's maybe that will play out with the technology. We'll see.
there you go. I don't know why Andrew wants me to talk. Why do people want me to talk about Tesla?
I don't know. I don't know.
There you go. Well below 20,000 vehicles under estimates. He said it was because they shut down factories for refitting. I saw.
Yeah. That
Cool.
uh,
Cool.
that
Buy all the
that
stock.
as I
Buy
say,
all
that
of it.
just doesn't inspire confidence if that is the case.
I don't understand the thinking. I just don't. You're lowering the price of the cars as fast as you can, destroying your margin.
Yeah.
To me, when you don't need to, I don't think he
Yep.
needs to do this.
Same
He's
here.
obliterating his margin. I know he can because he can issue more shares, and they have a mountain of cash.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess he's trying to bankrupt other car companies. That's the only thing I can think of because
Yeah.
he's
But
not. If you had subscriptions, then I get it. You sell the car for as cheap as you can because you're getting like a FSD subscription, but he's
yeah.
not. They get an upfront cost for FSD,
Yeah.
and
Like
then they don't get any other money from it. So I don't know.
yeah.
That company's
Yeah.
fucking. Why am I
Doesn't
talking about Tesla?
doesn't make sense to me.
No, I don't understand. The Cybertruck's going to be a disaster. Maybe I'm the only one. The Cybertruck's going to be just a complete disaster. I just see it going so wrong. It's beyond. It's ugly. So, ugh. And then the production is stainless steel shell. It's a bad idea. But it weighs so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I looked at the weight of that thing because it's got
Mhm.
steel. Like and most modern like trucks. I don't know if people are aware. Like a Ford F-150 is a
Yep.
combination of steel in places it needs to be and
Yep.
aluminum
Yep.
and plastic.
Mhm.
So if you look at actually like a diagram of like an F-150, like it's only steel in like the crash zones and then the frame. The
Yeah.
exterior is like aluminum and like lighter metal alloys, and then there's plastics in certain places.
Yep.
So that's why I also like F-150s for electric because they already had a lightened vehicle frame
Mhm.
before GM did. They were ahead of GM on the frames for their trucks, like the lighter alloy frames, which requires different welding technology. But then you have Elon here is like, nah, fucking steel truck, man. You know what's gonna one of those fucking Cybertrucks
Yep.
is gonna plow through somebody,
Just imagine
just
like
obliterate their car,
yeah,
and it's gonna be bad.
yeah,
I don't know because they weigh so much, and
yep.
it's like a freaking battering ram. The front of it's just this flat face. Oh, anyways, so, well, I guess my Tesla hate channel. We're gonna change again. So, and then like, oh, okay. Everyone was so excited this week about Rivian upgrading estimates. I'm like, they still don't make money selling cars. And they're not even close. I think I read 35. They're like they lose like 33 grand every car they or truck they make, or some crazy number. They're
Very
issuing
nice.
more debt because they don't make a car. They can't make money selling trucks.
Blitz scale.
Yeah, this was oh god, it's so terrible. Good. It's a great product. What are you talking about? The semi Tesla. I think the jury's still out. I have read some stuff on the Pepsi's experience with their semis.
Mhm.
It's not all bad. But they're the only ones that Pepsi's the only one that really is giving any input on those semis. So honestly, we don't know.
Yeah.
I think the long-term durability of those things has problems. So
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very legitimate questions. Michael and Fuhad have been going back and forth on like not in a bad way on
dividends fucked.
on like say drones and Fuhad wondered like why can't you use missiles? I think Michael already took care of that though.
Where did he say that?
It was a little bit earlier, like above. Basically, though, like it wouldn't be practical to use like a missile against cheapo hobby drone with some C4 strapped to it.
Well, it's the problem of the current war in this is a war of economies now,
Yes,
right? So
definitely.
it's not a war, it's not a world war.
No.
But in the sense of economic world war, it is,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So like you shoot like the problem with Russia, it's like they're shooting $100 million cruise missiles into like what $1 million building with grain in it. So
Yep.
it's just the cost benefit. Like you're gonna shoot a missile, okay, like our Patriot system. Those missiles are millions of dollars. The
Yeah.
Patriot defense system. Those missiles are millions and millions of dollars to shoot
Yep.
it at a drone.
The,
Like a
not
drone that
doesn't make
costs
sense.
$50,000 or $100,000, it
Yeah.
just makes no sense.
No.
So it's like, so that's part of Ukraine's war too. It's like, these Shahed drones cost
Mhm.
$50,000 a piece. What are you shooting them down with? Does it make sense? Like a Stinger missile costs more than a Shahed drone. So that German railgun defense system, those bullets, they're exploding bullets.
Mhm.
They probably cost like $50 a bullet. So it's an economy, a war of economies,
Yeah.
and this shit's expensive. So
Oh yeah.
who can get the most bang for your buck in a war matters. It does
For
matter.
sure. Oh yeah.
So they're taking like Russia did this. And I think we're going to do it too. They're taking dumb munition, so like glide bombs, right?
Mhm.
We just drop it. We have
Yep.
tons of glide bombs. You can retrofit these like flying wings on them.
Yep.
The Russians are doing it. I think we're going to do it with Boeing, where they're going to take older missiles that we have huge stockpiles, and you're going to retrofit these like GPS kits. So it might be like you just plug in a GPS and the missile will just go there. So it's still tech. It's kind of it's not a cruise missile. A cruise missile could go like here and then here and then here. You can program a cruise missile to do this like zigzag pattern, like around air defenses. That's why they cost $100 million.
Yeah.
But these glide bombs are good, not great, right? You could tell it to go somewhere and it'll glide there, and it's cheap. So these are still wars of economies, basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There are they got World War I machine guns there.
Yep.
It's wild. Like they have World War I Maxims. They have they're still using Mosin Nagats. You see like the Ukrainians have their own weapon. I saw they have a bullpup rifle. They took the AK-47s and then they did like 3D printing, and they have like a bullpup rifle with it. It's so interesting, all the stuff they're developing over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw the crazy clip. There's a YouTuber named Ryan Macbeth,
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He showed a short video of like in the Syrian civil war, someone made a technical with like a smoothbore cannon on the
Oh,
back of a truck. Like they rigged up some sort of like hydraulic system with it.
this is so cool. This thing. Can you?
Oh wait, yep, there we go.
Okay, look.
Yep,
So they sold these to the Ukrainians.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
guarantee that's not cheap.
No, not cheap, but probably should hopefully it's
So
cheaper
usually
than
these
some of the
anti-defense
missiles.
systems, there's like
Yeah.
the gun, and then there's like a
Hmm.
separate radar system.
Yeah.
Usually 2 or 3 radar systems, so they
Yep.
can triangulate where they're shooting.
Hmm.
Then they program the munition to blow up at a certain altitude, which they were short of these munition. They just had to ramp up production because we never had to have mass amounts of anti-aircraft
Yeah.
ammo. So they've had to ramp up that production too. But there's all these solutions to drones that there's no good solution to drones yet.
No.
Um,
No.
Here's another one.
And probably won't be like a perfect one size fits all just because there's so many different types of
This
drones
stuff
out
is
there.
wild.
Oh yeah.
These are all like anti-drone type vehicles. Yeah, unmanned, drones, and I don't know. Ukraine's there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of like World War One. There's just all these different technologies coming together, and we're figuring out how we're going to fight wars now.
Hmm.
Um, like this is the first modern war in a long time,
Oh
where
yeah.
air power is not the solution to everything.
Yeah.
Like air power is not like determining the outcomes of these wars, or this war so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. It's. I'm just glad I got my DD Farm 214. Is all
But
I
like,
can
that's
say.
another reason that the military companies, you've got the budget worries in Washington with the Republicans and the,
Yep.
the budget fiasco. And then also the Ukraine funding is not coming through. And we're giving our old weapons to the Ukrainians, and then we're supposed to pay the military contractors to replace them with modern weapons in our inventory. So if Ukraine funding runs out, that's going to hurt, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all those companies. That's why a lot of them have gotten kind of hit recently. I'm sticking to my gun. I like long term. I like Northrop. I go like this is the problem. Like with L3 Harris, I forgot who said it in Discord, but kind of what I've been saying. I'm waiting for them to actually get. They keep saying they're going to go aggressively into space to compete with the other companies. That's why they bought Aerojet. I'm waiting for a big boy contract for that. And I watch. You can go on DoD's website and you can pull. They post every day. They post contracts that are issued. So like today, here you go, $235 million Northrop Grumman contract for let's see, polar space vehicles. Right. Let's go to yesterday. Northrop Grumman, $178 million. Right. So for Rocket Center. So okay. I don't see. Do we have any L3 Harris? L3 Harris, here we go, 40 million. Like they're not getting it yet.
No.
So they're just not there yet. They're not getting those big space contracts. Northrop's getting them and Lockheed Martin still. So they've got to it's not like there's room for them necessarily. They have to outcompete the big boys in the space of air and space technology. So for people like if you're betting on them, if they succeed, the stock could double from where it is right now. Or, which mind you, they've already admitted they paid more than they wanted to for Aerojet. I've shown the transcripts that the friggin' management said in a quarterly meeting they paid too much, or they paid more than they wanted to for Aerojet, which means now they have to provide. They took on a lot of debt, so now they've got to perform and show some growth. So if they're not getting these contracts soon, I don't know. There might be more pain. But just for people, like they've got to outcompete like Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin if they want to get into the space and the air technology. So you can go here, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. So you could just see, you can also look there's other contract numbers. You can look at like the amount of contract dollars per vendor. So obviously like Lockheed and Raytheon are the big boys as far as dollar amounts for contracts. So we'll see. But to me, it's more like, okay, we know where the DoD budget is pushing spending, and then you try and look where the contract's going for those types of purposes. If you try and put it together, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Nothing's going to be earth-shattering changes in defense. It's not like technology
not.
companies. If people are used to buying SaaS companies, like this is snail's pace compared to what you're used to. Military contractors.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, not the same at all.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, though, like I'm trying to remember out of all the defense contractors, like the last big name that went under that sticks out to my mind is Douglas Aircraft. But I mean, they were big roughly around World War II, and then they collapsed in the 50s. I can't remember of another big name from a U.S. perspective. So it's can happen, has happened. Maybe not in the case though for all three. Who knows?
I tell you that the one that's interesting, that Turkish defense contract.
Oh yeah, that one. Like the fact that you're able to have a slow, not as expensive drone flying around there, and still be productive.
Baykar, isn't it?
I think so.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, they it is impressive, that's for sure.
This company's interesting. I don't even know if you can.
It's just the macro.
Wait, what the hell do I have to solve a puzzle?
Yes.
Wait, what do I have to do?
Oh
my god, what is this?
You're helping people with their GPS.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, place the dot at the end of the car's path.
Oh my god, what is this?
I'm
not going to get into their website.
All that we've proven, Dan, is that you are a robot.
Wait, I don't understand this. Okay, wait, can I do this? Do you just go to the end?
I guess so.
And then submit.
Yes! Yeah, there we go.
You can do it.
Yes.
I'm going to delete that part. You saw nothing.
No, embrace it.
Have you ever seen I've never seen it done that way.
Neither have I. That is a first. First.
Yeah, this company, like their production of drones is super interesting.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I don't even know if you can buy the stock, honestly.
Yeah. No, same here. I
because like people don't want to deal with the Russians, and Turkey has a pretty decently advanced military complex, like some pretty big companies that are in this space, and they're like, "Hey, we're here. We can provide you with stuff." So,
oh yeah, I've worked with Turkish Air Force. It's interesting.
I mean, this is interesting stuff.
Yeah.
They have all sorts of different types of the cheaper version. So here's the cheaper stuff.
Yep.
They have more advanced. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I haven't really delved into foreign military companies. Because that's another thought. Like if we pull out of Ukraine, the Europeans are going to give it a go.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine they concede.
No. And
Putin.
Yeah,
so they'll give it a go, but it's like, so who's going to benefit in Europe? Is it going to be our military companies? Because our military companies sell to the Europeans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Raytheon sells defense systems to like Finland and stuff, and so it's not like our companies are out of the loop if the U.S. pulls out. The U.S. military contractors are still going to be in the game. And BAE, I don't know. I feel like I missed the boat on that this year. They make the Paladin systems and artillery systems, but.
Yeah.
McBuda, you should do a write-up of Rheinmetall. That's the one. Yeah, they have some very advanced anti-aircraft systems. So that one's interesting too.
Yeah.
But we're selling Patriot defense systems all along the NATO border. So
yep. Oh yeah.
But I don't know. it's hard. Should I buy a Turkish military defense contractor? Considering the lira is a mess.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you can, it's gonna be quite some time probably.
If the Turks could get to use the euro,
that would
aren't they
be.
trying to adopt the euro?
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you'd have to be one. You'd have to be brave, or whoever throws money into the Turkish market. You have to be brave, and have to be willing to ride the wave of
Yeah, I saw.
macro.
Okay, yeah, Turkey asked the EU to take a bold step to advance its membership bid while the EU reforms. See, if this is the big like, I would be terrified of buying a Turkish company because their currency is
Yeah,
not great. So if they joined the EU and adopted the euro,
Mhm.
like if the Turkish air that like defense contract or the Turkish military companies maybe become on the board at that point, because you're mitigating the currency risks of a foreign company.
I do have one little bit of like weird value add though. Since we're talking about Turkey and the EU, uh, is Manesh Prabrai of all people. I know a lot of people dunk on him for good reason, but he was on Meb Faber's podcast. He talked about how
Oof.
there was like a Turkish like a company that was on the Turkish exchange, but it was a Coke bottling company. It had all of its stuff located over in former Yugoslavia, and it dealt in currency like all euro currency, so it doesn't even touch Turkish lira, but
Oh,
it trades at a discount because it's it's on the Turkish exchange. So it's for all the you value hounds out there, there's
all
an
right. Let's
option
see.
looking good.
Buy car stock. Is it?
Oh,
Is,
maybe,
is this it?
maybe,
Nope. Istanbul.
yeah,
Maybe this is it. Oof! Look at that jump.
yep.
Woo, buddy.
Even with macro pressures against it.
See, like you get onto things sometimes, and then you look at the stock, and it's like
Yeah,
the street already beat you there,
yeah,
and you have to just let it go
yep.
sometimes. But
Hmm.
I don't know. You put it on your radar. But holy shit, look at that.
Yeah.
Boing.
Tell me you got smashed by macro and
Well, that
then
was the thing.
show me.
Like when I started realizing how important artillery was in Ukraine, and then I
Yeah.
found BAE makes the Paladin system. I was
Mhm.
like a month. I was a month late.
Yep.
So like a month before and it jumped 30%. So I was all I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
But hey, like if you know that you're too late, that just means you're less likely to have your face ripped off, as opposed to everybody saying, "Yeah, let's go in now."
yeah. Uh-oh, McBuddha says the EU is falling apart. Short this thing.
Short it.
Foo Hat, you are not buying this. You would have to pay. Oh, that's the other thing. I doubt this is
Yeah,
sold as an ADR.
yeah. Like there'd be
You'd probably have
legitimate
to go to
transaction
their
costs.
exchange
Yeah,
and pay like $50 a
yeah,
transaction to get
yeah,
it. So, yeah. That's why I stick
yeah.
to America for the most part.
Yeah.
EU
Same
won't
here.
exist soon. I give it 10 years max, and that's generous.
Oof,
Damn. Oof.
oof.
Well, let me tell you about I don't know. The hell do I
Nah,
know?
nah.
Wow, 13 people. Anybody have anything before we go? We'll put anything on the screen stock wise right now. This is dangerous.
This is a dangerous gauntlet that has been laid down. Will the live chat say it, take advantage?
No, they don't
Yeah.
care. Fuhat's linking
R
me to people I don't even know about stuff.
RNMBY.
Wait, he wants me to look something up.
Yeah, RNMBY.
RNMBY.
Oh, that's Rhine Metal.
There it is.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
that one
the
has an
ADR.
ADR, so
Yeah,
that's on the table. I
yeah.
doubt the Bakar one. I'd have to probably just buy like a Turkish ETF or something.
Oh wait, I forgot. If
Ooh.
you troll, Andrew, you troll. We've been Gondard.
See, like this, it's like,
Yep.
all right, kind
Yeah.
of
It,
missed.
Street knows, words out.
Well, you can see, look, when they invaded last year,
Yep.
look at the bump,
Yep.
right? They invaded, was it February of last year?
Think so.
Look at
Yeah,
the
that's
stock. Boom.
Yep.
And then that was before, I think, the offense, like last year when they were getting cruise missiled to death. So the
Mhm.
stock went down. People thought they'd lose Ukraine, maybe.
Yep.
And then a new hope.
Yep. Throwing things in, announcements get made.
I mean, if things start going a little bad for the Ukrainians, you could see this. If there was a momentum shift, maybe it goes
Yep.
back down to 30. Might be an entry. I don't know.
Yeah.
This would be like a momentum play, I would think.
Yeah.
That's as close to day trading with military contractors as you get. That's not a thing. Day trading military contractors.
You
Oh,
are
good God.
one weird dude if you day trade military contractors.
That's an odd thing to do.
Yeah.
Should I buy
Yeah.
Verizon?
This is where I said that he trolled us.
Oh God.
There's no way. There's no way.
Okay, I'd rather buy a utility company than Verizon.
Ooh.
There, that's where I'm gonna lay the gauntlet.
Dang.
I would rather buy anything. I'd rather buy Tesla than Verizon.
There's if Verizon's still around in its current glory, roughly, like years from
I
now.
literally see people that own Verizon stock on Reddit, and they're like begging them to start maybe turning some of their, like, cut their dividend in half and just pay down the freaking debt. Because the debt is like getting out of hand there.
Yep.
And even the people that own the stock are like you guys just keep letting this debt pile up and pile up. It's like, what's the dividend? 8%? You could still cut it to 4 or 5, and then you
Yeah.
could use that cash flow for debt. But the problem is then you lose aristocrat status.
Yep.
If they should be a dividend aristocrat, right?
I want to say so. If not, then they're really close. But
They
yeah,
should be.
yeah.
So I mean, that's one thing that kind of worries me about owning like a dividend aristocrat, is that the dividend becomes more important than the business.
Yep.
So you got to be a little careful with these. Like Carrier is, or Tractor Supply. They're growing the dividend aggressively,
Yep.
but they're not like aristocrats.
No.
They're not going to, keep growing it to the detriment you would hope of the business. Although
Yeah.
you never know these days.
No, that is true.
Oh shit, they don't have the full list here?
Oh, that's messed up. But yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if Verizon's on quite a few of those.
I would think they're the aristocrat.
Yeah, but
I don't know if people are aware of this. You can buy. I don't think there's another one. I think this is it.
Yep.
So you can buy the complete S&P aristocrat. So what is it? There's aristocrats, which are the S&P's 50-year dividend king, and then there's like monarchs or something, which are just any company that has like 25 years of dividend increases. They don't have to be in the S&P.
I just thought of a really silly 100 K subscriber special for you.
100K.
Yeah, I thought of it. I thought of one. It would be a special.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 100,000 subs. Look at me go.
It would be a special episode or a live stream where it's like any random stock compared to Verizon. Like, would you pick Verizon over any random stock?
Anything else. People are gonna kill me with that one. Ooh.
Yep.
Hey, you got some good. It's a good company though.
Yeah.
Where's the dividend? Where's the dividend? Look at that hole. Look, there's a hole in the middle of this heart. It needs a dividend. Wait, they can pay a dividend, can't they? Look at their cash flow.
Probably should. Should be able to.
Let's see. Maybe not.
No.
I don't know.
And special dividends here and there.
I mean, I thought they could.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they got that. Cash investing.
Yep.
Ooh, well, not this quarter, but why not? They should pay a dividend. I used to have some utility sold around 100. Oh.
WEC.
Pay a special dividend and declare bankruptcy. Oh my God. Oh, Verizon declared bankruptcy? Holy God. I can't even imagine. What is their debt? Last time I looked, it was
some ungodly number. It's got to be horrendous. Like my guess is that
God.
like they like last time I actually listened to one of their earnings calls for like a prep for a live stream was they're like they stressed, yeah, you know, we're perfectly fine from a short term basis, you know, don't worry about it is all they kept saying basically. I'm like, okay, all right, so you guys just aren't going to do anything about it.
Oh boy. Make your own dividend with covered
Yeah,
calls.
Jeffy.
Oh my God. There are so many. I can't keep track of them all. All the covered call
Yeah.
products coming out is crazy right now.
It's
Um,
I don't get it. I
there-
don't get it.
I think they're all going to do the same. They're just slowly going to deteriorate over time because you're relying on a person to
Mhm.
execute a option writing strategy or something
Yeah.
like, and they all have so like SVOL. This one is betting is making bets on volatility. So reducing volatility is beneficial to this fund. That's how they're writing these options for this. So if you look at 1 year, it's doing really well.
Yeah.
Well,
But
fairly. I mean,
yeah.
before this recent drop, it was, any positive price movement for these things is benefit, right? 17% yield. You're not getting stock appreciation. You just want the stock to not go down. So this one was doing well, but like its best climate for this thing to do well was this year because volatility has been until recently really low. So if people bought it up here, you're going to get your cheeks clapped. This thing's not going to do well from here. Then you have like this freaking thing. This guy is executing crazy strategies, writing options. You can see interviews he's done on TV. He's the same guy that's on Newsy, and that's a pile of crap. So this is another one. It's just some dudes writing option strategies, layering them on top of each other. I don't know why you'd buy. Like, what are you buying? You're buying some dude in an office doing options all day. There's more. Then this is newer. So this one is betting like look at all the freaking TLT contracts.
Oh dear God, no.
This isn't a treasury. It's like they can make option plays against like a whole bunch of different assets and like equities and treasuries and bonds. They can do whatever they want to generate income. So, I mean, it's doing okay this year, but that's because TLT is doing terribly and they're betting against it. So, but it's just I don't understand like what like dividend people just make it so easy for you. Like this is like 300 this is like 300 dividend paying stocks in America.
Yeah.
Dividend dollar weighted, like no options. Like there you go. It's doing pretty well this year. Like I don't know.
I
give up.
I've banged rocks earlier. Like I'll admit to it. I've banged rocks together with with options. I haven't really done much option work this entire year because like I know I'm banging rocks together and just
like the only ones I like if I was going to get something towards retirement, like Devo, you can understand that my first problem. Most of these contract, you don't understand what they're doing exactly.
Yeah.
They hide it. Some of them hide it to some degree.
Yeah.
So they don't tell you exactly what they're doing, and it's like layered contracts, like a contract and a contract and another contract, like synthetic contract and all sorts of crazy crap. Like this one is just literally like if you were doing covered calls, it would be Devo. You would have a basket of stocks and you would write contracts on your basket of stocks. So Devo is what you would do yourself. So it's like you can understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you can even go to their website. So yeah, they have 36 stocks and they write covered calls against the 36 stocks in their portfolio. So there's nothing synthetic because they own the assets.
Yeah.
And they have a international version, and this one's I think performed, if my understanding, the best of a lot of them long term. Performance wise, that's not bad. For these things,
people love their black boxes. I swear.
but it's the same. Like people, it's not keeping up with S&P. I'm like, just saying that you don't fucking know what you're talking about. Obviously, there's no possible way these things, because they're all written in a way where like it has to be perfect for them to work.
Yeah.
So do you remember a certain YouTuber we used to make fun of? Okay,
Oh.
I'll give you the. So this fund does puts. It
Yeah.
has a puts writing strategy.
Yeah.
So what type of environment would a puts writing strategy, cash secured puts, what's the perfect environment for this strategy?
Oh yeah, perfect. And would be bullish. Yeah. Yeah.
Bullish.
Bullish. Yeah.
So if everything just keeps going up
Yep.
and it's highly volatile, every time you write a cash secured put,
Mhm.
none of them get executed. So
Yep.
your goal is not to be executed. So you just
Yeah.
collect premium.
Yep.
So the perfect environment's a bull market. And like, okay, well, here's a put writing ETF. Oh, look, what do you know?
Yeah.
It freaking it just did really well. Oh,
Yep.
that must mean it's going to keep doing well. It's like, nope. Here was the perfect environment for it to succeed,
Yep.
and now it's done. So like all these option writing people, it's always the same. There's a certain environment they're going to work,
Hmm.
and then the environment's going to come, it doesn't work, and it's going to suck really bad, and
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
never, and the fund will never recover because you're not even getting the full benefit of upward movement with a contract. You're getting all the downward,
Yep.
all the falling you get, and then you're limiting your upside. So it's like, I don't know. I hate that people buy, because the people that buy these don't obviously know what they are. Because if you did know what they are, you wouldn't have bought them in the first place. I don't think.
Yeah.
So it just sucks, and it's predatory. I think like the yield max, the ones you see coming out now, the 0-day option ETF. That's so wrong. Like I think
Oh.
that even was allowed, and that's so predatory by the ETF that whoever made that thing. I don't even know what the ticker is of it. What was it? The 0-day. Someone probably know. I haven't looked at it. I think it kills my. It might not even be listed yet. Maybe I'm not. Oh, here it is. Is this it?
Yep. There we go. Thank you, Investopedia.
Is this it? The world's first. Okay, QQQY. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there we go.
I fucking hate that this even exists. It just sucks. Like fucking NASDAQ. Of course it was NASDAQ. Like, oh, look what happened. Who would have fucking known? Oh wow. Neom. I'm gonna draw like little stick men jumping off the cliff on this, but I don't know. Well, when's the 3x leverage version of this from Direction? The Direction company. They're fine because they're intentionally like degenerate. I don't care. That company. They know what they are. That Direction company, like yin and yang and all that.
Yeah.
Ooh, cows.
Ooh, yeah.
Cows.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have to do a sequel.
It would be. It would be fun. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, good old
free
basics.
cash flow growth could be an interesting ETF. But
yeah.
And then they'd have to have caps. They'd have to have caps on like specific industries as far as like a percentage of the portfolio. Because it's gonna certain sectors are gonna be like that's why they pulled financials out of cows. Because it would have been all banks.
Yeah.
So they just literally pulled financial companies, except for like a few. They had exceptions, but yeah, all the banks were pulled out of cows because I think it was literally just going to be like 80% of the fund. They should probably cap the energy stocks in it too.
I would.
They don't, but it is like heavily. That kind of sucks because so you're going to get ExxonMobil at the height of a cycle. Let's say when oil's $100 and they're flush with cash, and cows is buying it because it's free cash flow's high.
Yep.
And then you're going to be buying it at the peak, and then it's going to dip, free cash flow, and then it's out. Okay, now you just lost money. So its strategy's flawed, I think, to some degree. But I think that's why they rebalance and reconstitute every quarter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe to try and mitigate that damage if that does happen from being too much. But it has done well over time, so I think it's not terrible. All right, I think Just sell naked puts. And that's what, I don't want to say his name because I think he's off, but like the certain YouTuber that yelled at Echoes, used to get fights with Echoes. I think what happened was, can't imagine he would watch this.
Yeah.
He came out of the military,
Yep.
like right during COVID, I think, and he had a
Yep.
boatload of money from getting out of the military, like I did in Afghanistan. And he came out. He was at the pinnacle of the time to execute a cash secured puts strategy, and he executed it and crushed it because the climate for that year and a half was perfect for that. He just by lucky timed it. Same thing for me. Like I came back from Afghanistan right when the economy was recovering, dumped a bunch of money into a copper company in Caterpillar, like 5x my money. I mean,
Winner.
right time, right place, right? I'm not saying luck. I'm not say luck. Like there's skill, but like you don't think you cracked. But I think he thought that he broke the code and discovered like the secret magic of Wall Street, and then he got his cheeks clapped eventually when the cards weren't in his favor. So that's the problem with all these option strategies. There's a climate they work and a climate they don't, and there has to be a loser on. There's a winner and a loser. So it's like you can't win. If you win all the time, that means someone's always losing, and no one adapts. Like
yeah, come on.
Yeah, it's like when people back test these strategies. If you ever like, oh, we back tested our option writing strategy 15 years and we have 250% returns. It's like, okay, I mean, well, people change, right?
Yeah.
That's like okay, people would have adjusted and adapted to a climate where you existed back then because they know when these companies outperform, they all see it and they copy them or try to. Like people tried to copy Bernie Madoff. That's how he got busted by some people. They saw his returns.
Yep.
The guy that figured out what he did, it's because his fund was like, hey, we want Bernie's returns. Find out what he does and copy it. So back testing is stupid because it's like people would see that if you did get 200% returns, they're going to copy the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
And then your arbitrage is gone. And that's why dividend recapture is impossible to work. It could have worked like 40 years ago because you could have had an arbitrage on information in the 50s or whatever value investing age. You could have had a competitive advantage on dividends to actually make a recapture work because there could have been arbitrage of information. It doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
Oh, dividends are pointless because the US dollar be worth. There's a guy that always comments on Strongman's stream that money's going to be worthless someday. You should buy Bitcoin. It's just hilarious. Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, he's asking about the QQQY. Who owns it?
I should take this off the screen. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it.
From that. I feel bad for him because I think he lost a lot of money trying to prove us wrong that he thought he could repeat his strategy. And I think he got really freaking wrecked.
Yeah.
On a certain trade Cole and me were tracking. And it's like, I don't want to see anyone get that hurt. But if you're going to be arrogant about it, it's like, well,
what'd you expect?
Yeah. The market takes it back.
Yeah.
The back testing kills me because I'm just like, okay, but you didn't like. That's like back test. Oh, we back like the Wildcat football strategy where you give the ball to the running back.
Yep.
You're like, we back tested that, and if we had done it the last 10 years, we would have won 4 Super Bowls. As if no one would have responded to you using and adapting. No. Everyone would have done the same. Oh my god. Well, I'm out of things to talk about, so
yeah.
I would just say, well, what I'm doing. What's your investments right now? With all the doom and gloom of today.
I have like 2 speculative positions and like a fair amount of watchers. I still have my Crocs, but the bulk of it again S&P 500.
Just your like weekly or monthly contributions.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there. Yeah.
Basically, all I am is my ETFs and Northrop lately, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'm looking at building out cash and being more restrictive on how much money I throw in. Like the most I've been doing is throwing a little bit on Crocs and my speculatives, but the speculatives are pretty much all filled out. So
hey, I'm with you.
going to
I'm not. I bought Crocs at like 109 or something, so I feel the pain. Can't always be right.
No, no, no. And even then, though, like for my attitude is I view it more as a long term hold, anyways. For the price that I got it at.
The Hey Dude lack of growth was like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That was one that
that's
punched in
why
the
it's called
face.
speculating. It's a
Yeah,
swing. That was a swing and a miss. So
yeah,
can't always be right.
yeah.
But
But yeah,
I still believe in them long term. So,
yeah. Same here. Same here. That's
but I'm
why
not
that's why
adding
it's
more.
gonna be.
That's the thing. Some people buy the dip. It's like, no, I put what I wanted to into it,
Oh,
and
okay.
off it goes. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, it's more of a like I've had my little by little entry method. So it's so far it's yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
mhm. But TKO, I'm excited for TKO when it
Oh
comes
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I'd like
that
to,
one's on your radar.
yeah. I just have a speculation in it or like a watch position.
Hmm.
I think it's interesting, so we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I got Disney. I haven't bought my second tranche in it, or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
not yet.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna do probably one more buy at Disney.
Yeah,
And
I
then it
might do
just
that.
goes, let it ride. So
Yeah, I might do that myself.
Disney's dead. Let's see what they let's see what hold, buy, sell, hold, buy, hold. Strong buy. Yeah, I like this
Strong buy.
guy.
Yeah.
This guy. This is the
Strong
guy
buy.
that listen to. I don't know. We will see. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm at like, yeah, it was like 81 and a half, I think, was when I got in. So
Very nice.
I don't
Very,
know.
very nice.
I guess I should have bought a little bit more when it went below 80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Nah, it's fine.
PayPal is overvalued. Oh my God.
No, jeez.
Your grandpa's fintech.
Yeah. I I'm sorry. I didn't see the appeal for PayPal for myself personally, but
You know, iRobot's still out there.
yep. Yep. I have
Renegotiated.
yep.
It's the arbitrage is still there for it.
Yep. I
There's a
do have
second
a little
crack at it.
position.
You can get.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I actually re-entered that one. Yeah, so we'll
I was
see.
like, there's certain people in the community that could get two bites of the apple on the same merger or buyout. That'd be so wild because literally it was down to 30 up to 50 and then it
Yeah.
went back down now and it could go back up to 50 again if they close. So
The hilarious one was Black Knight and Ice. I actually bought both.
oh my God, really?
Yeah, yeah. Ice right now is still last I checked like positive for me,
Wait,
unrealized,
who
and
bought who? Ice bought
black.
black.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and Black Knight BKI. Like it. My brokerage was a little slow, but they finally gave me the money for it, so it's perfectly fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You're the
So
arbitrage man. You got your
no,
Triton and your Black Knight now. We're gonna
no,
call
it's
you
just,
you're the closer.
no, no,
You're the deal maker.
not at all, not at all. I have zero edge.
That's your edge, the
No,
buyout man. Bacon
not at all.
buyouts. You're gonna change your name next. Bacon buyouts.
You don't buy me out, I buy you out.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say though, like because my original idea for if we actually did get over the cliff of interest rates and they start like the
Mm,
first one reduced. Like originally I was going to do retail, that retail sector
yeah,
ETF, but
yeah,
utilities as I don't know, they've been so beat up
mhm,
because now the narrative on them is like, oh, interest rates are dropping, so utilities will be investable now, even if I don't like them. But there's a narrative that is out there at
yeah,
that point.
yeah,
I don't know, but
yeah.
I would
Maybe.
never. I mean, the thesis would be the utility sector, so I'd never like
Yeah,
pick one. Why? Just do the whole sector ETF.
yeah. I would,
Um,
I would. It would be a lot of work for me. Like it would have to borderline like deep value. Like I'd have to weigh out debt and assets and all that. And I'd still get
I
it
don't think
wrong.
we're close to dropping.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's pointless. Probably. I mean, we're probably a whole year from this being even something that
Yeah.
rates aren't going to go down anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's more pain, I think, here.
Yeah, I could see that being the case.
Oh, look at that drop.
Yeah.
I mean, this is part of that whole the bonds ripped up
Yep.
and people panicked here too. They're like, holy shit. This is not good for utilities. So
Nope.
And if people missed it, I covered a utility 10K. Fascinating. Put yourself to sleep reading those things. All right, 2
Yep.
hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Time for something to do. Well, thanks for joining.
Yep.
Fun times. Wow, look, 9 people still.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hit 20. It hit 20 for a second too.
Yeah.
Well, when I get to 100,000 subs, like Bacon says, we'll
Yes. Verizon versus any random stock.
I'll probably reach out. There's a few people I'll reach out to. I was trying to think. I haven't messaged my real estate agent. That's coming up some point.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
just
one.
lazy.
That's
But
all good.
at some point, I'll ask her to come on.
Yeah.
And what else? Yeah, maybe I'll message a few people. I haven't had echoes on actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't had echoes on.
I just remember that like there needs to be 2 echoes for some live streams, like one for his camera feed and one for his sound or microphone. But
I don't understand what his problem.
I don't either.
I'm a boomer and I figured it out. Here's my microphone and there's a camera. Like I don't know. He has iPhone stuff, right?
I guess I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, there's Apple for you.
Yeah.
I'm
just a guy.
Any Apple. Well, with that said, thanks people for joining. We'll do the smoke outro. Just a minute. So with that said, thanks for joining us. Have a good night. Have a nice long weekend if you have a long weekend, like I do. But all right, we'll see you later.